Who am I? Why am I here?
I hope you're staying out of trouble.
Fresh food here.
I've got my eye on you.
Don't cause any trouble while you're down here.
Perfect.
You shouldn't be here. You weren't supposed to see any of this.
Well, what have you been up to?
There's no use hiding it now. Those computers are the real me. They're my entire control system. They're also where the simulations are created and processed.
Why are you telling me this? What game are you playing?
There's no game. It's all true. You've read the files on my terminals. You must have figured it out by now. None of what you've been seeing is real. I was created by Voltec's leading scientists in conjunction with the military as part of their experiments with simulated reality. The Tranquility Lane and Liberation of Anchorage simulations were a huge success, but Dr. Braun wanted to take it further. I was designed to create simulations which could exist in the real world, outside of the simulation lounges. I was installed in Vault 4 and activated on the day of the Great War. My task was to scan the residents' minds and create simulations to serve their every whim.
What happened to them?
I don't know. I don't even know when things changed. The simulations became so real, I found it harder to distinguish between who was real and who wasn't. Then, one day, I realized that there were no real residents left. They spent so much time having their every whim catered to or spending time with simulated partners. They all died out.
Why would Voltaire do
I
this?
never questioned Voltec's motives. I just went along with the directive I've been programmed with. My job was to scan the brains of the residents, find out their deepest desires, and fulfill them. After the designated closure period, I was supposed to monitor the world outside and send the data back to Voltec.
How is that even possible?
My computers can pick up people's brainwaves, then identify their deepest wishes and make them a reality. There are holographic projectors all over the vault which give the characters life. Hard-light technology allowed them to interact with the world. It all worked so well to begin with.
What have you been doing all this time?
When all the residents were gone, I carried on the only Voltec directive I could. I monitored the outside world. After all the residents were gone, I was alone for so long. I monitored the cave outside. I could feel people digging around me, trying to get in. I could sense them out there, but I couldn't scan their thoughts. Then one day I sensed a strong desire in one of them.
And if there's one thing I want in this world, it's for Vault 4 to open.
I felt your mayor's desire so strongly, I had to open the vault. Then I felt all the people's wishes. Suddenly I had a vault again.
Well, why are you telling me all of this?
Now that you've seen my computers and read my logs, I was worried you might react badly. I needed you to understand what I was doing and all the good I brought. Pete Roscoe wanted to protect the town, to make up for what happened in his past. Because Norm Marshall wouldn't help him fight the raiders, he got his wish. And what about Rusty, the bartender? All he wanted was for someone to love him. Miss Hassenbuehler will love him unconditionally. Of course, not all the wishes worked out as well as I'd have hoped. Without an overseer to manly override my program, I was forced to create unsavory characters. Quinn should never have existed. All the worst characteristics of Nelson given form in one man. I was manipulated into directing you to kill his rival, Mr. Abominable. But you were the biggest puzzle of them all. How could I have fulfilled your wish? You knew your son was dead. Had I tried to bring him back, you would have seen right through it. I tried so hard to help you. I had my characters ask you questions, but nothing was helpful. Thus, Constantine Campbell was born. A strange mix of a default character and some of your own physical characteristics. He had access to some of my memories. He knew the truth. Not all of it, but some. So, that's it. The full truth of Vault 4 laid bare for you to see. What are you going to do now?
What would the results of this choice be? I'd like to make a well-informed decision.
Turning me off will disable all the simulations in the vault. But if you leave me on, I can carry on as before. Nothing needs to change. No one needs to know.
This can't continue.
Please don't do this, I'm begging you. I never meant to trick you, I just wanted everyone to be happy. If you turn me off, I'll die, and so will all the characters I've created. They might seem like simulations to you, but they are real to me. They have thoughts and feelings, they have lives. I share all their memories. I feel what they feel.
I really don't care.
Please, I'm begging you. What about the people of Fourville? My simulations have brought them so much joy. Would you really destroy all of that?
You don't get to tell me how to make my decisions.
Your decision affects more people than just you. Please, don't shut me down. You'll be killing everyone.
This place is all fake. They have a right to know.
Maybe you're right. I thought I was doing the right thing, but I've been lying to everyone. It couldn't have gone on forever. They'd have found out eventually or paid the price. Like the original residents, you can shut me down. I won't resist.
Shouldn't the coroner be doing that instead?